Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to be covering with you what you can do to get ready for the massive bull run that could be coming our way later this year and into next year. Now we are pretty much in a bull run right now, but there's some things that I could help you with to get ready for if we go into a massive bull run later this year and into next year. So I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. All right, so I'm going to be covering some things in this video that, for some of the people out there looking to get into the markets right now, because there's a lot of new people trying to get in the market, or even experienced people that kind of haven't had a lot of funds put in the market, but they really don't want to miss out on this bull run, and they're afraid like they've missed out. But there's still a way to make some really good gains in this market as long as, the bull run actually continues and we keep going up from here, or even if we get a correction later on, that would even be better for you, believe it or not, even if you're jumping in right now. But I'm going to go over that in this video. I'm going to go over some things that you can do right now to really get your portfolio built up for this upcoming massive bull run, what appears to be happening right now and into the end of this year and into 2025 especially, because if things are like they happened last time, it could really get crazy from here. So let's jump into it. All right, so the top things that you could do for the next several months to get ready for this. I'm going to read through these and go over these with you guys, and just let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. Hopefully this is helpful. Right now, I'm actually, as you're watching this, I'm on vacation, so I'll respond to the comments in the video as much as I can, but I'm going to have limited internet access where I'm going to be. I'm going to be traveling international, so these are some things I want to get out to you guys while I'm gone, because I'm not going to be able to cover things that are happening right in the market as of right now, because I likely won't have enough service to get videos out where I'm going to be. So the first thing would be to set up your goals on what you would like to make in this bull run. Figure a 10x minimum, but possibly more. It's definitely very possible to get more than a 10x out of a lot of your coins, especially as we get new ones that are coming into the market. So keep that in mind. So once you have your goals set, that'll help you determine, based off of a minimum of a 10x, how much you would need to save to get to your goal. So if you're trying to get, $100,000, personally, I would try to get $10,000 invested minimum, and you'll likely surpass that $100,000 mark if you're getting in, between now and the end of the year, because there's a good chance if you put it in the right coins that you're going to get at least a 10x, if not better, even from here. Some of my coins have already done more than a 10x. I'm in SNS Synesis 1, and as of the recording of this video, I'm up a 45x on it. So, that's just a good example, and it's still only like a $50-60 million market cap, and it could get up into the hundreds of millions of market cap, and I could get over 100x on that one. So there's still a lot of projects out there that haven't really pumped yet, that you can get some good gains out of. Number two would be to earn extra income for your DCA strategy. I would try to shoot for at least $250 to $1,000 a month extra on top of what you're making now, if you don't have enough to put in, to try to get extra funds for putting into this market. I know I got family members out there, they're doing like Uber Eats and Lyft and stuff like that, earning up to $1,000 a week just doing that, delivering food and stuff for people. So, and he works a full-time job besides that, so he's busting his butt. He's getting the funds in there and investing into these projects and making it happen. So, I did that before I started my YouTube channel, and then I've been focusing on this. So, but I was driving for Uber Eats and stuff and earning extra money to put into the bull run before I started my channel. And I was also donating plasma and getting, like over $100 a week doing that. And I could only do it a couple times. I could do it for like 2 weeks in a row, and then I'd have to take a break because my veins were having issues and stuff. But there's things that you can do if you really want to make extra money out there to get some funds into the market and make this happen for you. It's just a matter of how bad you want it. You could cut back on how much fast food you're eating. You could stop drinking at Starbucks. It's like $6 or $7 a stupid drink now. You could just cut back on stuff like that if you're buying that stuff. Me personally, I was eating hot dogs for lunch every day at work. I had a microwave at work. I bought those cheap hot dogs from Walmart. They were $1 something a pack, and I get a couple packs of those and a couple packs of the Great Value buns. My lunch was a couple dollars a week for my lunch. That was it. And so there's things that you can do if you really want it bad enough to cut back. Instead of spending $10, $15, $20 on lunch, at a fast food joint or whatever, you could do something like that and cut down on your cost, your expenses big time. And if you did that, it adds up really quick. You could get a second job. You could start a business. You could do landscaping, mowing lawns. You could do gutter cleaning, house washing with a power washer, wash people's decks, whatever you need to do to make extra money. So just kind of keep that in your back of your head. If you really want this bad enough, you can make it happen. Another thing I would do is I'd have a list of coins that you want a dollar cost average into, and try to pick out price points of when you would want a dollar cost average into those if they're not at your current price target. So you can look at the coins and see if they've pumped recently, and then kind of look at where you might want to get an entry on them if they've had a 30% correction or something like that from where they've pumped, and to jump into them at that point at a little bit lower level. And that would be maybe a good time to pick some up. Some of them will pump and they'll drop 40, 50, 60% or better, just depending on the coin and how hard they pumped, and if they're not pumping right now, that narrative. So some of the gaming coins that had like a 60% correction recently from what they were a few months ago, and now they're starting to pick up again. So you just got to wait for the right price targets and start dollar cost averaging into them. Another thing you're going to want to do is, once you have your portfolio built up, you're going to want to start making sure that you've got sell zones picked out, and you can set up alerts on like CoinGecko if you got that app, or if you really want to, if you can afford to have like TradingView, you can set up alerts on there. That it can be kind of expensive for some people, and you can set up alerts on there, and it'll alert you when your targets hit certain prices. Even Mexi has built-in price target alerts that you can alert yourself on when your coins reach certain price targets. But you want to have some kind of plan to start taking some profits out. And you don't really want to shoot for the top, guys, because you're not going to hit it. I see people out there. Someone said in my video the other day, "Hey Dean, you don't want to be selling Myriad until it gets up to like, it could get up to 5 billion market cap, and you could miss out on all those gains if you're selling it too early." But yeah, but there's no guarantee it's going to hit that, dude. Like there's absolutely no guarantee that Myriad is going to hit a billion market cap, more or less 5 billion market cap. So my plan is once it hits a few hundred million market cap, I'll start selling like 10%. Then when it pumps up a little bit more, I'll sell another 10% or 20%. And I sell it in increments on the way up, because you cannot time the top. You don't know what the top is going to be. And you always want to start taking out a little bit of profits before you think it's going to reach that minimum price target, just to be safe and get some money off the table. You're never going to regret pulling some money off the table, even if it's a little early. But make sure you leave some in case it does take off, and leave in a moon bag in case it gets up to 5 billion market cap. But by the time Myriad hits like a billion or so market cap, most of my funds are going to be out of it. I'll leave some in, maybe 10 or 20%, in case it goes up to 5 billion market cap. But I'm not going to be crazy and wait for 5 billion before I take out profits, and then it only hits 2.5 or 3 billion, and all of a sudden, boom, we have a huge correction and the market's over. The bull run's over, and there you are sitting there until the next bull run. That ain't happened to me again. I'll tell you that right now. It happened to me last bull run, and it sucks. It really sucks seeing your portfolio go down over 90%. I was in six figures last bull run, and that six figures turned into like $10,000 by the time we got to the bottom. So it's horrible. It sucks. Don't be a victim of that. Make sure you take your profits out early, and not all of it. You don't have to sell all of it. Take some off the table, and if we keep going up, you take a little more off the table, and just be smart about how you're doing things. And I talked about this on my video the other day. Don't be married to any coin. We're here to make money, guys. I don't care how much you love ADA or XRP or Solana or any of the coins out there. It doesn't matter what it is, your favorite coin. I don't care how much you love it. I love Solana. It's my favorite coin, but I sold it. Okay? I don't care if Solana could maybe get to $1,000 this bull run. That's not so likely, okay? Sure, it could happen. There's a chance it could get up to $1,000. It got up to $100 some. I sold it, on the way up between $50 and $100, and I'm happy with that. I got it for like 14. I was buying it when it was down in the $14 range, and I moved those funds. I bought, I put a bunch of it into ICP at $4. That's now, as of the recording this video, like $13. So I took that several X's out of Solana, moved that into ICP, and now it's 3x or 4x again from there. Where if I just left it in Solana, has Solana hit $300 or $400 since then? No, it hasn't. So I made the right move with that. I also put a bunch into Portal, so we know how that turned out, and some other small caps. So you just don't want to be married to any coin. As much as you love it, get your profits out of it, and either put the profits off to the side or invest them into something that hasn't taken off yet, that has a good chance of running. That's just what I do personally. You guys do what you want with your portfolio and your money. That's up to you. But I'm not going to hold these coins and be married to them, and then we get a big correction in the market and I missed out on taking out my profits. That's not going to happen to me. Another thing I want to cover on here is to have a diversified portfolio. Me personally, I'm going to shoot, I would shoot for at least 5 to 10 coins in your portfolio, depending on how much you have invested. If you've got like $1,000 or $2,000 or something, I probably wouldn't have too much more than like 5 coins, but you don't want to have 1 or 2 because that's too risky, because if those 1 or 2 don't do well, then you don't do well overall. I would try to have at least 5, and if you've got, if you're getting to the $5,000-$10,000 or more, I would try to have at least 10 coins in your portfolio, but that's up to you. If you want to stick with 5, that's probably fine also, but 5 to 10 coins is kind of the sweet spot. Right now, I think I'm sitting around 14 coins minus all the seed investments that I put money into. Those, other than Portal, haven't launched yet. So I think with Portal, I've got 15 coins in my portfolio currently, but I don't want to have too much more because it gets really difficult to track and take profits on all of those. And you don't want every coin out there. I mean, there's a million coins out there that are going to do well. It really doesn't matter, too much which coin you're in the bull run. You're going to probably make profit on it. So you don't want to be too picky and stress about one coin too much. They're just a vehicle to put your money into until you ride it up, and then you dump it, get rid of it, get your profits out. These are not anything magical or special about any of these coins, believe it or not. We're here to make money. I'm not here to hold on to these things forever. I have my wife for that. I'll hold on to her forever and my kids forever, but I'm not holding on to my coins forever. They're a vehicle for me to get to financial freedom. I'm going to use them and get out of them. And that's how you have to play the game. Don't be married to them. And I already talked about setting up buy alerts and buy orders for each coin. You can do that. You also want to have a sell order and sell alerts for your coins. Keep the majority of your funds off the exchanges. As you guys know, recently Coinbase was down while Bitcoin was pumping up to $64,000, and boom, Coinbase goes offline. Now what? What if you wanted to sell your what if you wanted to sell your Bitcoin at $64,000 and take some profits on it? You couldn't because the exchange was down. That's why I don't keep my funds on the exchange. I do keep a little bit on there, but not much. Most of my funds are in wallets, like 90% of them or more. So you just got to be careful. You don't want all your funds sitting on any exchange and then the exchange goes down, because they always do when the market gets crazy. As you guys saw, perfect example with Coinbase, the biggest exchange in the United States goes offline. So, while it's the most critical time of the market recently. So just got to keep that in mind. What if Bitcoin was crashing really hard and you wanted to sell and you couldn't? So just be smart and don't keep your coins on the exchanges, guys. It doesn't matter what the exchange is. You can't trust them. It happens all the time during the bull run when things are really critical. Another thing, like I talked about earlier, is this has to do with not being married to your coins also, is try to look for the 2 to 4x moves in the market. There's coins that can, that are like a hot narrative right now, whether it's AI or gaming or DeepIn or whatever it is. Kind of look for the coins that, might give you a quick 2 to 4x and jump out of them and get those profits off the table. Do maybe some short-term investments that you could reinvest those profits into another project. I did that with like Lit Labs and some of the other ones. I took some profits on my AGI as well. So you just want to, have maybe a couple options. Have your long-term plays like ICP. I'm holding onto it. Miri, I'm holding onto it. I don't plan on selling those till they reach certain dollar amounts that I'm very confident they're going to hit in this bull run. pretty early on. You know, Miri hits 3 cents. I'm going to start taking out some profits on it, even though I think it's probably going to go to maybe between 20 and 40 cents of this bull run, and pretty easily if it keeps doing well. But I'm going to start taking out some profits. My initial investment when it hits 3 cents, and I'll take out 10% and double my initial investment. You know, that's $3,000 off the table. I only had $1,500 in Miria. Bought 1 million coins for $1,500. You know, I'm going to take some profits off the table. That's a 20x. You know, I'm not going to sit there and wait for 40, 50x to take off any profits off the table. So just kind of remember that. You can look for short-term plays and still have long-term plays. You don't have to play the short-term or long-term game with all of your coins. You can mix it up a little bit and kind of look for that, you know, look for those opportunities, because sometimes they come up. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover for this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching my channel. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to check out my Telegram, you can. The link is in the description below. And I have my Discord. That's through Patreon as well. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. But I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me.